The Journey of 1,000 Petals. Once upon a time in the land of Zenjara, there was a small village nestled at the foot of the majestic mountain. The village was surrounded by lush forests and serene rivers, and it was a place where peace and tranquility reigned. The villagers led simple lives, working the land and living in harmony with nature. In this village, there lived a young woman named Kiyomi. Kiyomi was known for her kindness and her unwavering determination. Ever since she was a little girl, she had been fascinated by the legends of the majestic mountain. It was said that at the peak of the mountain, there was a sacred garden where 1,000-petaled lotus bloomed. The lotus was said to grant enlightenment and inner peace to whoever found it. Kiyomi's heart ached to find the 1,000-petaled lotus, and she spent her days dreaming of the day she would embark on the journey to the peak of the mountain. As she grew older, her resolve only grew stronger. On the eve of her 20th birthday, Kiyomi announced to her family and the village that she would begin her journey to find the lotus. The villagers were awestruck by her determination, and many tried to dissuade her from embarking on such a perilous journey. They warned her of the treacherous terrain, wild animals, and the unknown dangers that awaited her. But Kiyomi's heart was set, and nothing could shake her conviction. As she prepared for her journey, Kiyomi sought the guidance of the village elder, a wise woman named Yumi. Yumi had traveled far and wide in her youth and was revered for her wisdom. Kiyomi knelt before Yumi and asked for her blessing and guidance. Yumi looked into Kiyomi's eyes and saw the fire of determination burning within her. She knew that Kiyomi's journey would be filled with hardships and challenges, but she also saw the potential for growth and enlightenment. So, Yumi bestowed her blessing upon Kiyomi, and with a gentle smile, she offered her a single piece of advice. "Remember, my child," Yumi said. "The journey of 1,000 petals begins with a single step." With her heart full of gratitude, Kiyomi set off on her journey. She traversed through dense forests, crossed roaring rivers, and climbed steep hills. Along the way, she encountered countless challenges and obstacles. But she never wavered in her determination. One day, as Kiyomi climbed higher and higher up the mountain, she came across a frail old man sitting by the side of the path. The man was hunched over, his clothes tattered and worn, and he appeared to be in pain. Kiyomi's heart went out to the old man, and she approached him with concern. "Can I help you, sir?" she asked. The old man looked up at her with a weak smile. "I have been trying to reach the peak of this mountain for many years, but my body has grown weak, and I can no longer continue. I am afraid I will never see the 1,000-petaled lotus." Kiyomi felt a deep sense of empathy for the old man, and she made a vow to herself that she would find the lotus and bring it back to him. She offered him what little food she had and helped him to find shelter in a nearby cave. As Kiyomi continued her journey, she came across many other travelers, each with their own story and struggles. Some were seeking the lotus for themselves, while others were on their own quests for enlightenment. Kiyomi learned from each of these individuals, and her heart grew with love and compassion. Finally, after many months of arduous travel, Kiyomi reached the peak of the majestic mountain. She found herself standing in a breathtaking garden, filled with the most exquisite and fragrant flowers she had ever seen. And there, at the center of the garden, was the 1,000-petaled lotus. Kiyomi approached the lotus with reverence, and as she drew closer, she felt a profound sense of peace and clarity wash over her. She realized that the journey she had undertaken was not just about finding the lotus, but about discovering the beauty within herself and the world around her. Kiyomi carefully picked a single petal from the lotus and held it in her hand. She knew that she could not take the entire flower, as it belonged to the sacred garden. Instead, she would carry the petal with her as a reminder of the journey and the lessons she had learned. As Kiyomi made her way back down the mountain, she shared her story with everyone she met. She gave away petals from the lotus to those who had helped her along the way, and in doing so, she spread the wisdom and enlightenment that she had gained. Upon returning to her village, Kiyomi was greeted with great joy and celebration. She presented the last petal from the thousand-petaled lotus to the frail old man she had met on the mountain, and as he held it in his trembling hands, a serene smile spread across his face. Kiyomi continued to share her journey and the lessons she had learned with the people of her village. She taught them about the importance of perseverance, compassion, and inner growth. Over time, the village flourished, and the people lived in harmony with one another and the world around them. Years passed, and Kiyomi grew old, but her spirit remained strong and vibrant. With each passing day, she continued to learn and grow, discovering new wisdom and insights. And as she sat in the garden of her home, surrounded by the vibrant flowers that reminded her of the sacred garden on the majestic mountain, she knew that her journey was never truly over. For the journey of 1,000 petals is one that continues throughout our lives, as we learn, grow, and find enlightenment in the world around us and within ourselves.